Like literally. What's good, everybody? It's a Christ Leviathan prophecy, and boy, these playoffs are bad. Like in a bad way, they're bad. You know, um, I didn't really do any parlays today because I felt like those games was just out of reach, and I was right. Two blowouts. No, I mean, I didn't really say that two of these games were going to be in blowouts. But I said that you know these games look a little bit fishy. You know, when I'm right, I'm right, and I'm always right. But these games did look a little fishy. Like you was expecting two teams to duke it out to the end, right? Maybe a last minute field goal. I mean, last minute field goal or last minute heave to the end zone, something. Like none of these games are are living up. I'm not saying that these games should live up to high expectations, but at least give us something entertaining. Like I'm not gonna sit in no damn blowouts. Two blowouts? Like really? Like NFL, what are we doing? You know? Like I like people pay their hard earned money to watch a very interesting game. See, this is why I think the NBA is better than the NFL when it comes to marketing TV shows. Or not even marketing TV shows, marketing games. At least you'll get your money's worth when you watch a damn NBA game. NFL is like it, it's like the Dolphins was not even trying. It's like the Browns was not even trying, you know? It's sad. It's sad and pathetic. And I know a lot of fans are not going to say anything. I know a lot of fans are not going to complain, because their teams are not in it, but the teams that are in it, they'll probably take it. They'll swallow it and take it, right? Well, we was not even that good. Like, it don't really have to be good. Just be competitive. Like, I would rather you lose in a last minute Hail Mary or last minute field goal than to just get obliterated like that. Not even putting up a fight. The Browns not even putting up a fight. Dolphins not even putting up a fight. And it goes back to what I was saying to my homeboy this morning. Like these these new breeds of quarterbacks are clueless. They're clueless. You know, like if it was Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Eli Manning, Tom Brady, Philip Rivers, like they would make this a game. They would make this a game. Like not every single playoff game that you saw was a blowout. Now obviously, when the Giants was trying to repeat, they did get their they did get the doors broken off of them by the Eagles, right? I think we lost to like 23-11, right? But other than that, most of these games, like our second Super Bowl run, every single game came down to the wire. Every single game came down to the wire. You know, when we went to the 49ers, and kicked that field goal, you know, or when we went to Green Bay and then, we took it to Aaron Rodgers, Games like that. Like, I don't want to sit through no damn blowout. Like I'm not saying I was watching it because I was thinking about doing my parlays, but I just said, you know what, I'm gonna reel it back till tomorrow. I think the most interesting games are tomorrow. You know, like these games were just thrown out. It's just sad. It's sad. It really is. And NFL should be ashamed of themselves for putting this for putting on this disgusting product. It really is disgusting because I didn't expect them or I didn't really expect any of these teams to get blown out. You know, I mean, I should have called it, but then again, like I think they're just trying to rush to the Super Bowl. Like, I just hope tomorrow is not the same because if all these games are going to be double digit blowouts, then the NFL has a huge problem in their hands. Huge problems. Not one single game tomorrow should be in double digits. I don't care for rookie. Look, okay, so maybe okay, Love, C.J. Stroud's, Tua, they're all starting their first playoff game, right? I get it. Joe Flacco is the most experienced. He got dubbed. Okay, so that goes to show your experience don't mean shit. You know, if you're the most experienced, you should win. You've been in this rodeo before. You have the pieces. You have the running game. You have the passing game. You know, but one flaw for the Browns is when they're on the road, they don't necessarily play well on defense, and it showed tonight. It really did. They got outscored 45-14. That's some Patriots. That's some Patriots offense right there. You know, but I guess C.J. Stroud has the most upside out of all of them, right? So it's Jesus. But like I said, I only watched it because I was gonna do my parlays. So I just derailed back. I just sat back and watched. Thank gosh I did it because none of them picks hit. None of them. C.J. Stroud was supposed to hit 299. He hit 262. 3 touchdowns. So he didn't even go over 300 yards. Well, he was supposed to hit 299, but he stopped at 262. So I mean, at least the touchdowns I would have gotten right. Singletary, he didn't go over 100 yards. So I did a good job of just dwelling back, or reeling back, But tomorrow, I just hope and pray that most of these games go down to the wire. I don't want to see no blowouts. I really don't. It's not fun. It's not fun, and I think the fans are getting cheated out their money, you know? I mean, it sucks. You spent all of off season, you spent training camp, preseason, regular season, just to go to the finals to get blown out. I mean, the finals, just to go to the playoffs, just to get blown out. At least make it competitive. That's all I ask. If you're down 27-14, score 2 unanswered points. You'll make it 21-27. At least you'll win with some dignity. But when you're getting blown out like that, it like I didn't expect that. That was the one game I did not expect for it to be a double digit lead like that. I thought it was gonna be like 13-17, 20-13, some type of like you kidding me? 45-4, like that's some 2000 and that's some 2001 type shit. Like, you know, because teams back then were scoring at high will. The scoring metrics back then was higher. Than it is before. But obviously, the NFL is going to that no spread out, or spread out offensive, you know, strategy, whatever. Because nobody likes defenses anymore, I guess. So I think they're just trying to compete with the NBA, you know, because jacking up a whole bunch of threes put a lot of OP. I mean, you could come back. Like, let's say you're down 80 to like 50. You could come back if you jack up 12 threes, 13 threes, 15, 16 threes. You could come back in the game. But the NFL is a one possession type of games. So even if you do score, you're gonna have to score again. And you may not have the same mojo that you did in the last drive. So, you know, it is what it is. But all I ask is just competitiveness. That's all I ask. You know, that's all I ask. I mean, I don't care how the game ends. Just don't let it. Just don't let it end in a blowout. You know, two blowouts, two. So I'm guessing the Steelers and the Bills are probably going to be another blowout, right? And then the rest, and then the last three, they're probably going to go down to the wire, right? Because this is Jordan Love's first playoff game. This is Mason Rudolph's first playoff game. So I mean, you're going to expect more blowouts. Believe that. You know, at least one more. I mean, I can see the Bills blowing out the Steelers. But other than that, the last three, the or actually the last two. Well, actually, yeah, the Rams and I think I think the Rams, the Lions, the Cowboys, the Eagles. No, the Cowboys, the Packers, the Eagles, and the Bucks. I think those are the only games that's probably gonna go down to the wire. Other than that, I can see the Bills blowing out the Steelers. But other than that, you probably might get three blowouts like you did today, you know? So, yeah, but it doesn't look good on the NFL part. Nobody likes a blowout. Nobody, you know? I mean, I thought it was going to be a convincing game. Like, I don't care if Miami doesn't like the cold weather. It's like, come on, really? Really? It's not like Miami playing the fucking dome. You know, they play outdoors. So you mean to tell me every time Miami plays in the cold weather, they Johnson gets small? Like really? I mean, the Giants play outdoors. I mean, they have no issue playing. I mean, they sometimes have playing. I mean, they sometimes have issue playing in domes. You know, they don't do well in domes. But outside of that, they do play. They do pretty well playing in weather climates. You know, because I'm talking about the Giants. Um, but yeah, I just don't want to see the blowouts. I really don't. You know, it's the playoffs. I mean, just let it drag out. You know, I mean, I think that, like I said again, man, I think they're just trying to get to the Super Bowl very fast. You know, none of these games are compelling or interesting. You know, I'm just trying to get my money and get out. That's all I'm trying to do. That's all I'm trying to do is just to get my money, win on super prize picks, and then get out. You know, like I'm not interested in none of these games. If I wasn't parlaying, I wouldn't even watch none of these games. So let me know what you think about these games. Should these games continue to should these games continue to get worse and worse, or is these last few games is going to tell it all? Is going to tell it all. You know, like I'm pretty sure y'all don't want to sit through a blowout. Who wants to sit through a blowout? I'd rather sit through a convincing, interesting game than a blowout. Cause we all know y'all ain't coming back from no blowouts. You know, like this ain't basketball where you could shoot like 23s and get back in the game. The NBA plays by possession, you know. Each possession is crucial. So you have to keep on scoring, you know. Cause I thought it was gonna be a shootout between the Dolphins and the Chiefs, seeing the weapons that they got, or seeing that the weapons that they got, you know, like it didn't make no sense. Like Miami got far better weapons than KC outside of the tight end. The defense is pretty good for Miami. It's like maybe it was just a choke job. Or maybe it's the quarterback. Who knows? You know? Who knows? Who knows? I mean, if you look at Miami overall, better roster, better offense, better defense. I don't care if you playing at. I don't care if you playing on the road. I mean, the Giants have done this convincingly. The Giants in the past have done this 1,000 times. Nobody wants to pick them. Okay, boom. You know, nobody picked them against Tampa. They went on the road against Tampa and beat them. Nobody picked them against Dallas. They went on the road in Dallas and beat them. Nobody picked them against Green Bay, against Brett Favre. They went in there and beat Brett Favre. Nobody picks them against Tom Brady. They went in there and beat Tom Brady. So why can't you do that in this day and age? Like, who the hell cares? Like, the NFL is this type of structure that don't like to retool. Like, it seems like they're fine of doing what they're doing. Like, they don't want to recruit, they don't want to retool, they don't want to evolve. You know. Now the NBA is evolving. Before our eyes, the NBA is evolving. Giving teams chances, giving teams shots. The NFL is like, nope, we're gonna keep doing the same bull crap over and over and over and over and over, you know, and it sucks because teams deserve better. Teams work their butts off in the off season, putting in work in the preseason, regular season. All this just to get blown out, putting no fight, putting no resistance. You're just letting you. It's like a baby heel. No, not really a baby heel. It's like a mega superstar getting pinned in 5 seconds. Y'all remember when Brock Lesnar came out, and not even 5 seconds. Well, it's probably like 10 seconds because he had to lift him up and do all that extra stuff. He lifted him up, did FU, boom, won. That's what it felt like. I tell you, boy, y'all better peep the NFL out. The NFL has been doing this for years. They choose who they want to represent, or they choose who they want to go far. Like a lot of people are expecting the Ravens to win it all. I don't. A lot of people are expecting the 49ers to win. The, and here's the thing, the 49ers will never win a Super Bowl. Maybe 10 years from now, 20 years from now, sure. But the 49ers submitted their papers when they won a lot with Montana and Rice. You see, every time they go to the playoffs, get close. Go to the playoffs, get close. Go to the playoffs, get close. I mean, they should have won it with Jimmy G, but they didn't. They should have won it with Kaepernick, but they didn't. Every time the 49ers get far, they never seal the deal. Lamar Jackson only has one playoff. He might probably get 2 playoff wins this year. And that's about it. That's about it. But yeah, the NFL just chooses and picks who they want. That's the honest to God truth, and it sucks because you should never play favorites. You should just let the teams go out there and play. You know, no pull strings, no nothing. Let the officials officiate the game down to the wire. I mean, they should replace WWE refs with NFL refs. At least, at least, at least the WWE refs will call it right down the middle. But it's just embarrassing. And I know one team has to advance and one team has to go home. But at least at least let them win with some dignity. You know, at least win. At least let them feel like, okay, we can hang with these guys. Because if you really look at the Chiefs, they wasn't the better team. They really wasn't. I mean, I know